Welcome to Streaming Deluxe. My name is Mr. Orange, and you see already the game here on the screen. What game this is? So obviously, it's the new Star Wars game that just came out yesterday. I think was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Doesn't matter, guys. So we're going to dive into in this video to find out what is actually the problem. We're going to go through the different reviews on Steam, and we're trying to find out why this game has been rated mostly negative directly after launch, why this game might be another launch failure. And then we're also going to check out a little bit in the Steam forum what's going on there. So I don't own this game yet myself, just because I haven't even finished the first one, I have to admit. So and I don't see for myself now the point to get into this game, to buy this game if I have not even finished the first one. So, but I think overall it looks very interesting. The overall professional press, the professional Metacritics are kind of good, and it's definitely a AAA game developed by Respawn, published by Electronic Arts. But yeah, a lot of games in the recent times had really bad launches, and I'm very worried for Starfield. We know Bethesda, with Skyrim, with Fallout. We know their releases on PC. Yeah, let's say not the best, at least. Let's say not the best, at least. So, guys, all right. So this is a little bit trailer, a little bit introduction. So you can see here now we're at a 48.21% Steam rating. So it's now mixed reviews. It's not mostly negative anymore. And if we scroll down, we find, for example, those the notes from the developers, and they say here, we are aware that Star Wars Jedi Survivor isn't performing to our standards for a percentage of our PC players. So blaming PC players here, and particularly those with high-end machines, blaming people with high-end machines or certain specific configuration. What does this mean? What does this mean, seriously? For example, players using cutting-edge multi-threaded chipsets designed for Windows 11 were encountering problems on Windows 10. So if you are using a chipset that's developed for Windows 11 and you use it on a chips on Windows 10, then you encounter problems, if I understand this correctly. So write it in the commentary section if you understand it as well as I do. So, or high-end GPUs coupled with lower performing CPUs also saw unexpected frame loss. Okay, I get this. So bottleneck issue. Rest assured, we are working to address these cases quickly. Why? Yeah, quickly. That's always important. While there's no single comprehensive solution for PC performance, yeah, you're right there, guys. The team has been working on fixes we believe will improve performance across a spectrum of configurations. We are committed to fixing these issues as soon as possible, but each patch requires significant testing to ensure we don't introduce new problems here. You better don't. You better don't. Thanks for understanding, and apologies to any of our players experiencing these issues. We will continue to monitor performance across all platforms and share update timing as soon as it is available. The Star Wars Jedi team, the force may be with you. The force may be with you, guys. So, okay, where are we? Here we are. Let's go back. So, I mean, that's still that's a 70 euro price tag, and this game is not performing as it should. And still, 50,000 people are online now. We had an all-time peak of 55,000, 56,000. And if the game had released better, maybe I would be one of those people playing it. On the other hand, I have EA Play, and I also have to admit, I think they could have published a EA Play 1, 2, 3 hour demo version. Let us play it on our PC, gather the information, the data, and then to make sure that on launch this game runs fine on all the different setups on PC. But they didn't do it, so they didn't plan to have a beta, a demo, or anything like this. So, and therefore, having followers of 78,000 and then having only an all-time peak on a release date of 56,000, that's weak, guys. That's very weak. So it should be way higher than this. So, but also check out this little Star Wars little film video. That's pretty cool. So let's go. Let's see what, for example, here people say. Game is extremely fun but performs terrible. I'm using a 3090, so that's a middle middle class range. Is it the middle range? Yeah, I would say with the 4000 series, it's middle range now. And getting a consistent 30 FPS in some areas. Other areas giving mostly consistent 45. That's not a lot. So. But maybe this game is really next generation. So you need a 4000 series. So. All of this at 1440p for lowering the settings and using FSR doesn't make a tiny bit of difference and goes up to like 19 GB of VRAM. Okay, that's way too much. It's a red game, but definitely wait unless you have 24 GB of VRAM and don't mind playing games at 30%. Star Wars CPU Survivor. I was absolutely in love with the first game when it came out. Stutter everyone else is having. Stutters, sure, there are few every now and again, but nothing that affects much the gameplay. Yeah, some people are old, so I wouldn't say they ask too much, but I played a lot of games with not 60 frames per second. And yes, it was not always the most best experience, but sometimes if you love a game, if a game is good, you can even bear like 30, 40 frames per second. So, all right, so that's 4080, and he says he can get around 30 frames per second, so this shouldn't be the case on a 4080, and especially with this CPU. This shouldn't be the case, guys. And here, very good game, almost game of the year, brought down by EA greediness. So, oh well, that's okay. I mean, games are expensive right now. You don't have to buy them. I would also love to buy this game for 40 euros. For 40 euros on Steam, I would buy it immediately. For 70 euros, I wait until I get it for half the price or in the EA Play package. So far, the loading screen is pretty okay. Runs like my... really poor performance and visual bugs need at least a month or two more in development and should not have been released. This would be the first game ever rated do not recommend. I can't believe that he has a 1490. Hogwarts Legacy was bad when it released, but still playable and doesn't cover up the fact that it was a great game. The stutter and lag was so intrusive, it's unbelievable. The gameplay doesn't even matter anymore. Can't even immerse myself. So it seems very hit or miss whether you can play it at a stable frame rate or not. So therefore, I'm worried with my system. I mean, if I would buy this game now, would it run then? So, and I want to test it. I want to try it out. But the problem is they don't let me try it out. So I want to try out this game. So careful, intro is more than 2 hours. Won't be able to refund after. So okay. See, if I would buy it now, I would have an intro to more than 2 hours, and then only then I would not be able to refund. Cloud didn't save. Can't start the game. EA fails to disclose the presence of the Denuvo. Turning off RT and disabling NVIDIA overlay has made the game playable for me. EA app is not good. Are they deleting negative reviews? Underrated on low-end GPUs. Enable NVIDIA resizable bar. Tip to keep the game from crashing and getting better FPS. How do you turn on FPS counter for a play Jedi Survivor? Technical mess. Tips for those with AMD chips. Guys, all of this is not good. All of this is not good. And it shouldn't be the case for a game that has just released. So definitely not, my friends. Definitely not. This should just run way better. So, but I mean, it is as it is, and it looks like a great game in-game footage. So as I said, I haven't played this game yet, and I'm looking forward to play it at one point, but I want to see also another price tag. So this is at the moment for me personally the price tag a little bit too high to just testing out this game, and I need to finish the first one. But overall, I would say it's a pristine AAA title, and it looks good, and it's Star Wars. Everyone loves Star Wars, and it's action adventure. So it's a little bit like this classical solo action adventures. And yes, I know people are very hard always on Electronic Arts. It's a big company, a big gaming company. They mostly make their games, their money actually with sports games, as you know, and not really with those games. And I also have to say, guys, if we are too critical, if we're always too critical and review bomb all of the games, at one point we might not get all of those games all those single player games, and we only get like SaaS games or service games. So is this what you want? No, I don't want this. So also keep this in mind, guys. So we are also lucky at the moment that we still get those games, and this might change because at the moment the gaming industry is also in a recession. A lot of people lose their jobs, and this will most probably also affect the future of some projects. You have seen this already on Ubisoft. You see it now with Activision Blizzard. When the acquisition by Microsoft is not going through, then this might also affect some other projects at Activision Blizzard. So always keep this in mind when you start review bombing a game. But yes, I'm absolutely okay with the fact that we guys, we really have a right for functioning, working games on our system, and Electronic Arts has to do something here. They have to do something. They cannot release games like this anymore. They really have to implement some form of testing on different PC systems. Even if you have a weird system where you have like a 4090 GPU and then you have like a 10-year-old CPU, this should work. So for the sake of PC gaming. All right, with that, I'm leaving it here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, comment in the commentary section, please, and subscribe to my channel, and like this video, and share the video. I'm also on Twitter. Check out my Twitter, so very cool. Also make giveaways actually now there on Twitter more than on YouTube. But I will continue making giveaways on YouTube, and if you know this, then just also continue commenting, etc. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.